Hello, I'm Villia Walker. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to attach your facing to the zipper back dress or blouse and how to put in the zipper. Okay, what I've done here, I've actually put the shoulders together already. So you're matching the shoulder of the blouse or the dress with the shoulder of the facing. I open the facing like that, the seam allowance there, but I close the one on the dress and pin it in place. Now the hair at the back, this is your zip allowance. I've finished the edges, just zigzag your edges there for neatness. And the zip allowance is there. This is the wrong side of the garment. Now you're going to turn the zip allowance at the fitting line onto the right side of the garment, at the neckline. Okay, so here we have it now. The zip allowance is placed onto the right side. And we pin it in place here. All right, the facing then is attached to the shoulder matching. There you have it. The shoulder matching each other like that. And you pin in place. It's important that your face is lying down flat. At the back, the facing comes on. There you have it now. I use the color so you can see it. So the facing for the back will not go out to the fold any at all, because the zipper is going to be placed there. So it's about 1 centimeter from there. And we're going to pin the facing on. Okay. Well, whenever you're stitching on the facing, we stitch 1 centimeter as well. And you stitch on the blouse side. All right, good. So that's how the right side looks. The back neckline when you're going to put the zipper in the back of the blouse or the dress. All right. You make sure your facing is lying down flat. And the facing will be stitched on the neckline 1 centimeter. Alright, so I'm going to be stitching on the facing 1 centimeter. Okay, so the facing is on. And I remove the pins. Both sides will be done the same way. All right, so there we have it. That's how it looks there. And we're going to turn it over like that. So the facing now will go over on the wrong side. Okay, so that's how it looks at the top. Now remember that all curved edges are supposed to be clipped, so I'm going to clip them to make sure it is relaxed. You put the back together like this to make sure that they are the same length. Alright, so I'm going to clip the neckline. Remember, there are two ways when the material is thick. It's best to do this one, where you clip it into the V's so they will lie down flat. So there you have it. You're not trimming down the neckline, the seam allowance, you're just clipping them right around. Alright, so we clip around the neckline like that, all the way, so when we turn over, the facing will lie flat on the inside. Because remember that the edge of the cut edges are a little smaller, narrow than the outer edge. So that's why it's important that you clip right around the entire neckline. If the fabric is thin, then we do the snip. And I'll show you what that looks like. You take your scissors and just do this. For the thinner fabric, you wouldn't have to do that, just that. And that's the snipping, right? So you can snip or you can clip. After that is done, you will do your top stitching of your facing to make sure it's lying down flat. And we started at the center, so we're going to do it at the center again. Okay. So I stitch that so you can see. Now here we have the top stitching. There it is. And if the seam allowance is turned out like that, so when you put the facing in, you will not see any stitch on the right side. All right, so that's your top stitching there. We're going to pin it in place. All right. And I'm going to do the other side so we can put the zipper in. Alright, so here I go again. Remember that the seam allowance must be turned out onto the facing. So I have completed the top stitching, and now it's time to put in the zipper. Okay. Again, I turn this out to make sure that the edges are okay. And remember, always balance your neckline, put them together, and make sure that the shoulders are matching, okay? So you put them together and make sure everything is matching like that. All right, so now that's finished. I'm going to put your zipper in. On the right side facing you, you're going to come out your 2 millimeters at the stitching line at the base. Pin your zip allowance in place to start with. So we're going to pin the zip allowance in place. It's important that the pins stay in And then the other side we do the same thing, but you're going to go right in the fitting line on this side. Okay, good. And you pin your zipper allowance in place like that, and you're going to put them together again and make sure it's lying down smoothly. Okay, there you have it. So that's what the facing would look like at the neckline, like that. And remember, you're to neaten the edges, zigzag your edges for neatness. And the front would look like that, and the top looks like that. So there you have it. That's how you finish the top of the neckline, so to be able to put in your zipper. Now this is a zipper, and you're going to turn this down inside like that. Notice on the right side, so you turn it in like that. Then you place the neckline right there. It's right there. I use the collar zip so you can see what I'm doing. But remember, you must always get the zipper to match your garment. I'm doing the concealed method, so the edge of the fabric will be placed right along the teeth of the zipper. Just similar to how we did this skirt zipper. Now you pin and baste, especially if you're just learning, it's best to pin and baste. Remember, you have your zipper foot, which you can use to sew the zipper on. I'm going to be just using the all-purpose foot instead of changing. All-purpose presser foot. I'm just tying the thread at the base of the zipper so it doesn't pull out. Just at the base so it doesn't pull out. Okay, so remember, when you're stitching in the zipper, you have to start from the bottom up to the top. Okay. Because I'm using the all-purpose zipper foot, I'll have to stop, pull the fastener down to complete the stitching. And I'm going to be covering over with the other side to cover the stitch line I just made. So you put the fold of the fabric right in line with the stitch line. Sometimes you might have a little stretch on, depending on the fabric. So you have to be careful, and as I said earlier, I suggest you baste, because the longer the zip is, the harder it is to go in. It's a little more difficult to go in. All right. Okay, so I'm going to stitch this side of the zipper now. So that's what the zipper looks like. And remember, when you are sewing, you have to make sure you use the thread to match. So we bring it right up to the end. Okay, so when you look at it now, it would look like this when pinned, when finished. Okay. So that gives you the back of the neckline with your zipper in. Nice and pretty there. This is the front. And these are the hooks. You might be familiar, hook and eye or hook and loop. You can put at the top here of the neckline if you like it, right there to finish it. All right. Thanks for watching. Happy sewing. Remember to visit my page on YouTube, Ville's Sewing Studio, for more tips in sewing.